Hello everyone, I am Professor Deepika M from Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering of Sai Vidya Institute of Technology. So in today's class we are going to discuss about the experiment on the binary to gray code conversion and vice versa, that is gray to binary code conversion. So in this video let us discuss about the binary to gray code conversion. So first of all, here we are going to convert the binary number to a gray code. That is, in the binary we know that there will be only the two bits, that is zeros and 1, that is only the logic 1 and logic 0 will be there. So this input, like this binary input will be converted into a gray code here. So what is gray code? Actually the gray code is a non-weighted code, and that is there are no specific weight assigned to the bit position. That is, in the binary number we know that there is a weighted bit will be there. That is, if 0 is there, then we will take as, if for example if we have 0 0 1 0, then this bit will be taken as 2 power 0, next bit will be taken as 2 power 1, next bit will be taken as 2 power 2, like that the weighted bit will be there. But in case of gray code there is no such specific weight will be assigned to the bit position. And the most important feature of the gray code is that only one bit will be changes from one code word to the next. So when we are discussing about the truth table, you will get to know there will be only one, that is only one bit difference will be there from one number to another number. So therefore this is very useful in digital designing and digital communication. So coming to the application of gray code, so these gray codes will be used in analog to digital converter, and it is also used in digital communication for error correction. That is, as I told you, there will be only one bit changes from one number to another number. So this will be used for the error correction, and this will be also used in mathematical puzzles, and it is also used in the minimization of Boolean circuit, and it is also used in communication between the two clock domains, and it is used in genetic algorithm, and it is also used in position encoder. So these are the some of the applications regarding to the gray code. So therefore this will be used in the computers and the communication and in the communication purpose. So first let us see how to convert the binary to gray code. For example, I am taking the binary number as 1011. You can see here, this is my binary input, that is 1011. Then how can I convert the binary to gray code? So while converting binary to gray code, the MSB bit, that is the most significant bit, will be retained as it is. That is, if it is 1, then it will be written as 1. If it is 0, then it will be written as 0. Next step is that the next adjacent bit will be summed, or it will be logically ORed with the previous bit. You can see here. So to get to the next gray bit, that is to get the next gray bit, so here we have to do the logical OR over here. That is, 1 plus 0 will result in 1. Like that we have to move on with the next step. So to get the third bit of binary gray, to get the third bit of the gray code, then we have to do the logical OR of the previous bit and the adjacent bit. So you can see here it will be summed over here, that is 0 plus 1 will result in 1. To get next bit, then this bit and this will be logically ORed. You can see here it is 1 plus 1, then 1 plus 1, then the sum will be 0. Carry will result, but we only interested in sum bit, so therefore 1 plus 1 will result in 0. So here it is not something like OR we are doing, it is the logical sum we are going to do over here. So therefore like this we have to do the binary to gray code conversion. That is, the MSB bit will be retained as it is. Then to get the next bit we have to do the logical sum over here. It is not something like logical OR gate we are doing, it is something like logical sum we are going to do. So therefore we will get the this bit. So let us take the binary code input. You can see here we have written from 0 to 16. Okay, you can see here it is from 0 to 15 we have written, that is 16 numbers are there. So to convert this, again we are going to apply the same procedure. So therefore we will get the gray code, and you can observe that when we compare to the one number to the next number, you can see there will be only one bit bit change will be there. You can see here, so this is 0 0 0 and next bit will be 0 0 1. That means what? Only one bit will be changing over here. Next, compared to this bit, this number and this number, you can see here, so these three bits are remained as it is and this bit is going to change. Like that, when we compare the one number to the next number, there will be only one bit change will be there. So therefore this is used in error connection, and this is also been used in the digital communication. And to get these output, that is G3, G2 and G1, G0. So the binary inputs are B3, B2 and B1, 0. And to get the gray code, the output will be G3, G2 and G1, G0. So to get the output, okay, so to get the output expression, so what we will do is, so we will apply in the K map for this column, so that we will be getting this expression. You can see here, this B3 column and this G3 column is same, so therefore I can written as G3 and B3. And if I want to get the expression for G2, then we have to apply the K map for this column. Then we will be getting this expression, that is B3 XOR B2. In the similar way, G1 will be B2 XOR B1 and G0 will be B1 XOR B0. So in this way, we can obtain the output expression from the K map when we apply the K map to the particular column. So by using this expression, then I can draw this diagram. Okay, so you can see here, G3 is B3 itself. Okay, the input is B3 and output is G3 itself. So therefore there will be no gates, and this is the direct output we will be getting. That is, as I told you, MSB will be remained as it is. So therefore G3 will be same as B3. Next, to get the G2 expression, we have to XOR B3 XOR B2. That is, we have to XOR the gates, XOR the inputs B3 and B2. So therefore I will be using the XOR gate over here. So B3 and B2 are the two inputs to the XOR gate. So therefore the output will be G2. And in the similar way, to get the G1 output, we have to XOR B2 and B1 input, so that we will be obtaining G1. And in the similar way, to obtain the G0 expression, then I can use the inputs B1 and B0. So these will be the two inputs to the XOR gate. So therefore output will be G0. So in this way I can write the logical gate, and I can also rig up the circuit in the similar way. If I want to use the universal gate, that is NAND gate if I prefer, then as we told you, one XOR gate will be replaced by the 4 NAND gates. So therefore one XOR gate will be replaced by the 4 NAND gates, and for each that is, if we compare 2 XOR gate, then one input will be same for the both the gates. Okay, so like that we can draw the NAND gates also. Okay, so now we'll rig up the circuit. As XOR gate is used. So from the logic gate, we got to know that we'll be using the XOR gate, and the IC number for the XOR gate is 7486. So we require only one XOR gate because it employs 4 XOR gate in itself. So therefore one IC is required, and we can draw the write the pin numbers by looking at the IC data sheet. So therefore I have written the pin numbers also, according to which I will be connecting in the circuit. So you can observe here, according to this circuit diagram, we have rigged up the circuit. That is, we have taken the 748C XOR gate. Okay, so this is the IC number for the XOR gate. So I have taken only one XOR gate, and as I told you, it employs 4 XOR gates. So therefore I will be using only the 3 XOR gate in the IC, and the respective ground terminal and the VCC terminal will be connected over here. So like this we have connected the circuit. Now let us verify the truth table. Okay, so you can observe here. So according to this truth table, we are going to obtain the output. So for 0 0 input, so you can observe here, for 0 0 input, the output will be 0 0 0. For the input 0 0 1, you can observe output will be again 0 0 1. For the input 0 0 1 0, so you can observe, for the input 0 0 1 0, the output will be 0 0 1 1. That is, according to the output which is logical one, corresponding LED will be glowing over here. And for the input 0 for the input 0 1 1, okay, for the input 0 1 1, the output will be 0 0 1 0. You can observe it is 0 0 1 0. And for the input 0 0 1 0 0, so for the input 0 1 0 0, output will be 0 1 1 0. And for the input 0 1 0 1, you can observe the output is 0 1 1. And for the input 0 1 1 0, you can observe the output is 0 1 0 1. And for the input 0 1 1, you can observe the output is 0 1 0 0. And for the input 1 0 0, the output is 1 1 0 0. For the input 1 0 0 1, you can observe it is 1 1 0 1. And for the input 1 0 1 0, you can observe the output is all is 1, that is all LEDs are glowing, so therefore output is 4 1, that is 1 1 1. And for the input 1 0 1 1, the output is 1 1 0. And for the input 1 1 0 0, you can observe the output is 1 0 1 0. And for the input 1 1 0 1, the output is 1 0 1 1. And for the input 1 1 0, you can observe it is 1 0 0 1. And for the input all 4 1, that is 1 1 1 1, the output will be 1 0 0. Hence we have verified the truth table for the binary to gray code using the logic gate. So next we will do the experiment by using universal gate, that is NAND gate. So now you can see here we have written the circuit by using the by using the universal gate, that is NAND gate, and I have also written the pin numbers according to the IC data sheets. So according to this connection, we will be connecting in the digital trainer kit, and we are going to verify the truth table. So we have written the pin numbers according to the data sheet, and we have rigged up the circuit according to the circuit diagram. So you can see here we have rigged up the circuit. Let us verify the truth table. So we have used the 3 ICs, and actually the circuit looks very messy. We have to do it like this only. We can't trace this. We can't trace the connection, but the connection should be done like this. So now let us verify the truth table. So you can observe here for the input 0 0 0, for the input 0 0 0, the output is 0 0 again. For the input 0 0 1, you can observe the input output is 0 0 1. And for the input 0 1 0 1 0, the output is 0 0 1 1. And for 0 1 1, the output is 0 0 1 0. And for the input 0 1 0 0, the output is 0 1 1. Okay, so that is 0 1 1 0. And for the input 0 1 0 1, the output is 0 1 1. And for the input 0 1 1, you can observe the output is 0 1 0 0. And for the input 1 0 0, you can observe the output is 1 1 0 0. And for the input 1 0 0 1, you can observe the output is 1 1 0 1. And for the input 1 0 1 0, the output is 4 ones, that is 1 1 1. And for the input 1 0 1 1, okay, sorry, for the input 1 0 1 1, you can observe the output 1 1 0. And for the input 1 1 0, the output is 1 0 1 0. And for the input 1 1 0 1, the output is 1 0 1 1. And for the input 1 1 0, the output is 1 0 0 1. And for the input 1 1 1 1, the output is 1 0 0. Like this, we have verified the truth table. So this completes the binary to gray code conversion by using logic gate as well as NAND gate. In the next video, we will see how to build the circuit of gray to binary conversion and this circuit diagram. Thanks for watching the video.